Okay.
Um, just to move back from the World Cup, over the last 6 months or so, we've seen you batting with a different stance. Can you just talk us through that?
Well, it is about accessing more areas and trying to be more balanced and have a good, stable stance when I'm playing my strokes, because it is very important. Because the position I bat in, it's like I have to go and get in runs quickly. So if my base is strong, that'll be more easier. So that is what I've been working on in the last 6-7 months, I guess.
Why did you start working on this? Who have you been working with on this?
Well, it started with the camp we had in Bangalore, and I mean, I've been working with Raman sir since then. And since it was a month-long camp, we had a lot of times because it was a fitness camp, and we were doing our indoors and doing a lot of bowling machines. So trying a different stance was more apt then, considering we didn't have any matches around that time. So we went through a lot of different stance and different technique, and finally settled down with the one which I felt more comfortable, and the one I felt that I was hitting the ball more, middling the ball more than the previous ones.
Typically, just technically, when we think about it, wider stance means more stability. Narrower stance, lower, smaller base typically means less stability. But you're talking about using that narrow stance for more stability.
Yeah, because I had a wider stance. That meant that my legs were not moving enough because I was already in a wider base. So from there to get to reach the ball, that meant I was not moving enough. So with a smaller base, I had more access, more range. Maybe it's about body mechanism. Like everybody has a different mechanism, and this is something which worked for me.
Aside from confidence, is there one thing in particular that reaching the final of the Tri Series has given you personally?
Well, Tri Series has been a good context because since we're playing England and Australia, so it was a closely contested game. Like all teams won 2 games, so there's a lot of positives to take out of it. And again, with the three team going in, we were considered like an underdog amongst them. That I don't think so. A lot of them expected India Australia finals. They were all expecting an England and Australia final. So that's one of the hurdles we crossed, and feels good that we're shaping in well as a team. And that is obviously, any day you win a game, it gives a lot of confidence. And at the same time, that tournament was staged perfectly before the World Cup, so it kind of knows where we stand.
And obviously, everybody goes into any world tournament wanting to win the tournament. But aside from that, what would you really like to see the team achieve during this tournament?
Well, it's like you said, it's about always about winning, but it's again about making sure that we get better from the previous World Cups. We got to the semifinals, and didn't work out the way we wanted, and it's only about getting one better from the last time. So probably like getting into the finals will be our first big thing, and then on the finals day, it depends on what we do, because it's all about how we make sure that we compose ourselves on that particular day and go forward.
That's your experience playing in the Women's Big Bash here. How will that help you? And also, are you sharing that with the rest of the team?
Well, we've been having a lot of chat amongst the group, also trying to be more interactive during the session, making sure if I've batted any bowlers, just to come and say that that length was good, or things like that. And at the same time, playing here for Big Bash, and I was here for the India A series last month as well. So that is a kind of a good thing to be more to know more about the game, and to know more about the situation and the things, how it is going to work out. So it's kind of good to be playing in a particular country before a big World Cup. And I think we've got a couple of them who've played here a lot more. So we're trying to make sure that make them feel comfortable about it. And it's not a big change, because the ball comes on nicely to the bat. It's not like we really have to sit and worry about it. It's about only making sure that we bat well, and at the same time it's about bowlers trying to stick to one particular length and try and get it work.
Spoke earlier, you've got lots of teenagers in the team, a lot of youth. What's your role within the group? You're one of the more experienced players.
Well, I think I become like one with them. It's about more about having fun and making them feel comfortable about it. And I think this group really knows how to have fun. And we have a lot of changing room dances and singing and a lot of things which happen. So that keeps us together.
So you're the happiest team at the World Cup.
I think so, but probably Thailand is giving us a competition in that. Yeah, but yeah.
What's the song which is currently popular in the dressing room?
We actually doing this, learning this steps for this twist, Lavachkal, that Hame Galata, the remix one. Trying to get the steps of that, but yeah.
Will we see that if you lift the World Cup?
Oh, you'll see a lot more if it happens, but not just that.
We'll hold you to that promise.
So
Sure.
in Melbourne, just after I think the finals, you were having a little bit of a net session. One of the Indian coaches was there. Lisa Salekar is looking in. She's someone who you obviously chatted a lot with. 2017 also, I remember you were having a chat, sharing your experience with some other teams. Can you tell us about that session?
Well, it was not a session planned. I was out there doing my bit after the game. I wanted to have a hit and see how I'm going, and it was just that she was crossing by and she was leaving from there, and she just stood by, and probably I started looking at it because she's moreover been like a mentor as such, because I've shared a lot about my game and the mental aspects with her, considering that she is not in the setup, so she won't know what is happening, and she won't be able to share what I'm thinking with the people who I belong. So it is like telling someone who's not aware of what is happening in the team. So it is like more of a confidential thing. So it was easier for me to open up. That is something which I figured out in the 17 World Cup. To start off, since I was not in the playing 11, so it was easier to get things out and share it with her, and it kind of continued throughout because she's been commentating to a lot of our games, so she closely watches and she knows what I'm doing. So it's like more than the technical and the cricketing aspect, it's about how I'm feeling about my game on that particular day. I feel that she understands it a lot better, and considering that she's played so much cricket herself, and been a part of a successful team for a long period, I kind of try to pick how they think, because since there is so much cultural differences between us and them, it is only about put in a situation how I would think and how she would think, and then probably try to get that thing when I'm doing it, when I'm doing a session. It's kind of helped me all throughout. I mean, I feel that I've become better with that. So it's about having that one person who you can fall back and probably share the mental aspects of the game.
One last question.
Can you share what you guys spoke after that session on that day, or after that meeting on that day?
Well, she was trying to tell me to have more purpose when I'm batting. So she was trying to give me situations saying that you've got a middle 6 balls, and then probably like have a game in my own head when I'm playing a net session, when I'm doing a net session, probably like see how many runs I'm getting, if I'm getting in the middle of the bat, if I'm getting it in the gaps. And at the same time, if I lose my shape on a couple of balls, and then she's like, if that happens immediately, the next thing should be like making sure that you middle the next couple of balls, and then probably try to see if you're hitting the gaps or not. So that was something which we spoke over the phone, because she was not there for a while. She was just there for 5-10 minutes. She watched and she left from there. But yes, even if she had not watched, I probably would have spoken to her about how I was feeling. But yeah, it's just that.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.